Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's July 24th. It's been a month since we did our last update, so we're going to look at the fig orchard. It has definitely been hot. I just got finished giving these figs here a drink. In fact, I moved the hose and the leaves are just drying off super quick. It's 99 degrees out here now. We are forming figs on here. We've got quite a few now. I don't know if I can keep enough water to get them to where they'll end up staying on there. We've been dropping some off of the one brown turkey up here. Now this is the Texas Everbearing. Now we did have one fig this past month decided to finally shoot itself up. This was the other Texas Everbearing. In fact, this used to be the bigger of the two trees here, or you'd say bush now. And but it finally decided to come back. So that's always a good thing. Now we are watering today. I just moved it over here to these two brown turkeys over here. One's got some little figs starting. I don't think there's any on the other one, but I hadn't checked real close. Now we're going to go down to the main area where the figs are. Okay, up here at the main area, we're going to zoom out so maybe we won't get you drunk. You can see this LSU Gold here is suffering, and it could be that it's just not getting quite enough water. These have been, I've been running them just about all day for early in the morning till in the evening. We're going to take these leaves off. It's already stressed. It don't need any extra from these stress from these leaves. So the water's running. It's running a little ways away from it. So now maybe with it up there closer, maybe it'll do it some good. Our little Celeste, this is the only Celeste we have, and I probably need to get up here and do some weeding around it, give it a little more room. I did come up here today and do some mowing. But we'll start on row one, and it looks like we've got some ants decide to come in, and that looks like probably a leaf cutter mound, so we need to deal with that. But we're starting up here. This is a Black Mission, and I don't know if there's any figs on any of the other Black Missions, but they're just now getting one on this one, or there's some more popping up. So I'll get to taste one this year for sure. I'll know I am. Now all these with the yellow tags, these were the ones that we had propagated this at the end of last year in November and December. So we don't expect to have too much off them, but hopefully they'll hold in, get a good root system, and hopefully we won't have a hard freeze this winter to take them out. Now I'm not sure how many varieties I have. I need to do some counting. I know I have 110 plants in the ground, but I don't know how many varieties I have. Now this Cadota, you can see the double bump, so it's fixing to start putting figs on. Well, that's Everbearing. It's fixing to put on figs though. This one don't show too much like it's going to yet. That's a Cadota. Now this is a Granny's brown turkey. Now this brown turkey it's got a white tag, but I just reused the brown turkey and added Granny's to it. But it's making figs. This one here is it's hanging in there, but it's no sign of no figs yet on that Black Mission. I do have one more row tilled up over here. I've tilled the grass off. I have a few trees down in the greenhouse still that needs to be brought out, and I'm not sure if I'll put them all out this year, because one of them is the Brunswicks, or I say one, there's four Brunswicks, and they're going to have to. Now this Olympia is loaded up with figs. It probably needs some support to get it to grow upright more, the weight. But what's going to probably happen is it's going to go down low enough, and then I'm going to end up taking and getting roots on it and have another one, because that is the only one that I have. Let's see, that's Chicago Hardy, and this here's a Desert King. All the Desert Kings are kind of slow to come back. I don't know why. Now, we've got a good fig production on this Brooklyn White. I've never tasted this fig. This is the first year that I've had this one, so we'll see how it does. And let's see what we have here. This is one Brunswick that hung in there. Now they say these were some good figs to have. Hopefully we'll find out if we can keep them hydrated. We've really been working on trying to. Now this one here doesn't look too good. Anytime you have a drip system and you don't have one that looks very good, it's usually a sign that there's a problem that is not dripping. So let me take care of it right now. Now that's a whole lot better there. It says, "I'm thirsty, give me some water." If you don't check them regular and you have a drip system, that's what happens, and hopefully that'll be all right. That's a Canadria, and that's one that I want to try to keep them all alive. This Violet de Bordeaux right here. Let's see, are we got any figs yet? Not on this one. And it's funny how one tree versus another one will do a whole lot better. This is the same, and there's nothing on it yet. Now this is a first year here. And it's really healthy and going. It's LSU Gold, and we can tell right down here we've got a nice fig coming on there. We don't have a whole lot, but we've got one. We've got a few small ones coming on there, and this is another LSU Gold. It's starting to put on figs. Got a bunch of double bumps. Now this poor Celeste, hopefully it'll pick its way up. But anyway, let's go on over here. We've got our row, it's like hedgerow, of my Roselle hibiscus. Now I'm hoping it'll start forming flowers. Of course, it's usually close to the end of summer. When the days start to shorten more, that's when it'll start. Now over here on this row, this is a Granny's Brown Turkey, and it doesn't have any figs on it yet, but not that I see anyway, but it won't be long. My little unknown fig here. At least it's coming back. A lot of these that froze back aren't near have the growth of the others. Now, here's another Texas Everbearing, and it's doing good as far as figs. Yeah, let's see. This is one. It was one that we put in. This is one that was already in the ground. And it hadn't decided to start producing yet. They won't be long, I'm sure. This is a new Texas Everbearing, and it's starting to generate little figs up there on the top. Black Madeira KK. Now, as much as everybody raves about these for the figs, and we've got some coming on in here, so I want to be able to rave about them too. Let's see what we got in here. There's another Brunswick. Looks like doing a little better than the other. Now these Italian Everbearings here, these are tending to load up pretty good with figs. And like I say, that's first year, so makes it good. Now these here I'm really interested in, and I don't know how big the figs will get. These are the Peter's Honey. They definitely got plenty of figs on here, but no size. This one here is another Peter's Honey, and it's loaded up with figs. Now it could be really dry, so they might not get the size like in some years. Now this Cadota, now I didn't get any Cadotas last year, and this Cadota here, which is it's one I propagated from my other tree. And this fig here is not quite, but it's really getting close. Not very big, but a few days I might have to eat that one. This is another Black Madeira KK. We can see we've got plenty of figs on there. Nothing to taste yet. And then this brown turkey down here is loaded up with figs, which we've got a lot of them loaded up, but just don't have any. Now, here we have another one it's got plenty of water dripping here to it. We'll put it over a little bit closer. It just it's just having a time. That's a Brooklyn White, and this SFA, it's doing pretty good. Now I don't know exactly what variety that one that come from SFA is, and I'm hoping to get figs on them so I can tell. This here's my compost, which I don't know what variety, but it really has tasty figs. This is another one of them, the compost. You can see it's maybe, I don't know, 2.5 feet tall, but it's got lots of figs, And let's see, what do we have here? This is a Ronde Bordeaux, and it looks like it's got some double bumps there, so it's fixing to start putting some fruit on, and we got plenty of season. We're not like up north where you got to worry about pinching and making them come on and stuff. Here's another Ronde Bordeaux. I can't see signs where it's fixing to put on figs yet. Now here's Ronde Bordeaux, and it does have one fig. Now it really looks like it's having a problem with the heat. Unless you've been down here in our Texas heat, we're going to put that up a little closer. As we put plenty of water out, but it's just not enough, and we probably need to come down and put some more compost on here. Now let's see what we've got here. We've got, oh, this is a yellow long neck, and it's it has some figs coming on it. I've been kind of watching. It doesn't have a whole lot, but it is making more, so won't be long. Now this yellow long neck, it's just looking like it's having a hard time. And let's see what we got over here. Oh, this is another Italian everbearing, and it has quite a few figs on it. It's putting them all over. We've got some down here that's been there a little bit longer, and this one here is the same way. The Italian everbearing. It has some nice figs coming on. It's got pretty good production, and hopefully got some tasty figs. Now this is my Italian 258, or as a lot of you just know it, an I-258, and it's got some fruit. This is another one that's doing good. It's still got a ways before I'm going to get to taste any. That seems like just about everything's like that. Now this emerald strawberry, I don't know how it tastes. It looks like it's forming double bumps. It doesn't have anything on it yet, and this thing is like 5.5 feet tall already. And this, like I say, this was just planted back in the end of last year, so it's not all that old. Yeah, this one's the same way. It's forming double bumps, so it won't be long. We'll be seeing some on there. We've got quite a few more figs on here than we did since the last update. Now this is Italian everbearing, and it has a whole lot of little bitty figs that are just starting to form on there. There's some bigger ones at the bottom, a few, not a whole lot. This white Adriatic, no signs from it. It's still slow to come back. Now this one's the white Adriatic too. Now it's doing a lot better as far as size wise, and we're gonna look and see. We don't see any sign of figs yet. Same thing with this one. I come in here and mowed. I want to get this tree out of here, and well, we'll get part of it out anyway. Let's see. This one's unknown. Until it puts on some figs, we won't be able to identify. Now let's see our green Issacas that's around here. I don't see any sign of figs on that one. We do have one fig down here. Let's see. None here on that one. None on that one. Can't say that we got any there either. Now, the Chicago Hardy, it is putting some figs on it, so it's doing pretty good. Now, this one here is another emerald strawberry, and it looks like should be getting plenty of water, but it's having a little bit of a time, and we're going to pull a few leaves off there that's drying out. And here's another emerald strawberry. It's like it's forming double bumps, so it won't be long. We'll be maybe seeing some figs on it. That's always what we look for in it, is fig growers, is the figs. Now it looks like we got maybe some double bumps coming on this LSU Gold, and that's one of the new ones. Now let's go down here. This one here just doesn't seem to be too happy. That's a Black Madeira KK, and I can't understand why some of them do so much better than others. This Black Mission, kind of a little slow to grow. No sign of figs yet. I've been really wanting to taste the Black Mission because the way they talk about the complexity. And this is a Granny's Brown Turkey, and I don't know that it's anything special besides a brown turkey. Now, it is an older one that's been around at someone's granny's house. We're going to take and get rid of this here. We don't want any blackberries growing up in there. This one here, that brown turkey, is nothing on it. And one more Granny's Brown Turkey. No figs on it yet. Now we get over here. These were all, just about all of them were last year's. And that one is there, but it's not doing too strong. Same with this. I don't know what it is. They really had a hard time, and I need to come in here and cut this material out. There's certain types of grass that seem to be real easy to take and clean out around here. I don't want to clean out the figs. Well, I did clean out part of that fig. Probably not the best time to do it while I'm shooting the video. This SFA is putting on a fig, so it looks like we might, if it holds in there, we might get to taste them and actually identify what kind of fig that is. Now these are Black Missions, and they're growing good. This is up roughly about 5.5 foot, pretty close to it. It is multiple stems. I didn't come in and cut any out. And I don't see any figs yet. I see bumps coming in. Maybe we'll get them. Maybe there's some double bumps coming there. Yeah, they say a really complex on that Black Mission. This one here is not doing quite as well. There's another Black Mission. Yes, be easy to clean out all this stuff now. And this one's doing pretty well. This one's 6 foot tall. I don't see any signs of any figs, but it won't be long. Won't be long. This Black Madeira KK. No figs on it. This Marcellus Black. Now it's got plenty of figs. They're all still young. This one too, this Marcellus Black is doing pretty good. Now, the Desert King is coming back, but it's definitely not getting in a hurry. This one here is having a rough time too. Now this one actually died since our last video, but we got our Texas Everbearing that come out, so it kept our numbers the same. Now let's see what we got right here. Canadria, it's growing, but nothing particular. And this is a Texas Everbearing down here, but we don't have any figs showing up on it. I think they're having a rougher time. Now my Gino, I have one here. It's hanging in there, but it just ain't really thriving. Now this other Gino, it's doing good. It's putting on quite a few figs. I don't know how well they're going to do, but they are there. We have this Black Madura KK. We're going to pull a few lanes of grass from here while we're in this area. And now this one here seems to be having a little bit of problem with maybe the heat or something. Maybe I can't say exactly what on it. This is the Chicago Hardy that was put in place of one, and there is a fig on here, but there's not a lot of them yet. There's one hiding down in there. This Chicago Hardy is the last year's, and it does have a fig on it though. A few little ones. And let's see, this Chicago Hardy too has a fig off down in there. Now my LSU purple, it's coming back, but I still don't see any figs on it. I'm definitely ready to try some. I don't know that I ate any off it last year, and then being it froze back. They seem to be doing pretty good, but just no figs yet. And that Texas Everbearing is kind of having a rough time. This one here is putting on a few figs. This one is actually acts like it's a little low on the water end of it. Well, we better take a short time out here. Okay, that ought to be happier now that it's got water going to it again. Let's see what we've got over here. Another Texas Everbearing. No figs on there. Yeah, it's really been a rough year. Now this is one of my compost figs. My favorite for flavor are these four up here. We're not having a strong bunch of figs getting produced on here. I'm gonna take this branch out of there. These have these few that's coming over. I might get my little air layer and balls and see if we can't fix those up. Now we do have a few figs coming on this one. This one's almost 6 foot from coming back from being froze off. We're going to take that off too. But it's doing pretty good. It's got a bunch of bigger figs, and it has a lot of smaller figs coming on there, and them coming on this branch. So that's doing pretty good. Now, while we're up here, we can just look at the elderberries. Now, I've been having to pick these just selectively because the heat, it's you can see, trying to wait for some of these heads to fill out and get the green ones off. But it's about time to pick again. I'll come in and I'll just clip the outside parts of the head. It's with the heat and the way that these have been going this year, it's really been a long picking season. Now, they're not the heaviest producing, but they've been doing good. But anyway, that's the way we're sitting down here in the fig orchard in this area. I hope you enjoyed the update. Hope you follow along. Hopefully by the next month, or maybe before, we'll actually get to start eating some of these figs and just tell you how good they taste. But anyway, if you want to follow along with more of these updates, of course, just hit subscribe, hit that bell, and select all. And give her a big thumbs up and share this video. And like always, enjoy that gardening experience.